The infamous Club of Cost, of course. And I thought we were past this, but let's see.
I'm curious. When you
wear headphones, is the audio bad or no? It's bad? Okay, we'll turn the headphones on. It's literally fine.
you look back on that, I'm curious. When you look back on that, when you watch that video, are you comfortable about that?
Well, listen, Piers, historically, you've, kind of been talking about this whole thing with Ye for a little while. So I've actually got a Ye thing as well for you. So why would you go to that island, Piers?
Which island?
You know what I mean? So that's...
Be careful. He might sue you. He might sue you with Epstein's lawyer. Clav, I don't know if you know, but one of Piers' alleged good friends is Alan Dershowitz, Israel's lawyer and also Jeffrey Epstein's lawyer. All right? Piers Morgan was on his show allegedly insinuating that Epstein was a Russian spy, even though one of his most reoccurring guests is Alan Dershowitz, who represents Jeffrey Epstein and insists that Epstein is not a pedophile. He's not a pedophile. He didn't go to the island. He just got a massage. Alan Dershowitz, he didn't rape anybody. He just was getting a massage. So he might sue you, even though he's pictured with Ghislaine Maxwell and even Piers Morgan himself. Before he was a slop tuber, because he's just a YouTuber, he worked for the Daily Mirror as an editor.
Al-Salam alaikum, watching you from Saudi. I admire that you stand strong through all of this.
Do you know who bought Daily Mirror before Piers Morgan became the editor? Robert Maxwell, Ghislaine Maxwell's father. Robert Maxwell was a Mossad spy. Robert Maxwell was one of the heavy men, the forces, the biggest gangsters, one of the most violent people of all time that's credited with creating Israel itself. That's who owned the publication that he worked for before doing this slop. Maybe that's why he's saying that Epstein allegedly worked for Russia and not Israel. Be careful. But that's a great question. Why the fuck would you go to that island?
The point is, we could all point fingers and show bad clips.
No, wait a minute. Which island? You mean the Epstein Island? Obviously, I've never been there, never met Epstein, never had any connection with him, not in the Epstein files other than references.
Other than.
Things that nothing to do with him.
Brutal, other than.
Well, no, you could go read them. The beauty of the Epstein files, you can go and check my name. You can read every entry. You'll see none of them have anything to do with him or his activities or anything. I just mentioned him.
Well, let's make some other connections, right? You're pictured at partying with Ghislaine Maxwell at a book signing in New York, I think, allegedly, in my opinion. You worked for her father's publication, The Mossad Spy. You platform Epstein's lawyer. And also, you're so mad about this song. You're so angry about nigga HH. Yet the people that banned us from all the hospitality groups, by in part because the media was applying pressure, the legacy media like Piers Morgan, Noah Tepperberg, the CEO of Tao Group, was seen all over. His name's all over the Epstein files. I don't even need to say allegedly in my opinion. His name is all over those Epstein files. On a guest list for Epstein's Yom Kippur breakfast celebration, years after he was convicted of sex crimes. All that's true. Do you condemn that? Do you condemn working for Robert Maxwell, a Mossad spy's newspaper? Do you condemn the party you went to with the bottom bitch pimp?
Passing as having been completely unconnected events.
Well, what about Ghislaine Maxwell?
I met Ghislaine Maxwell.
Oh, yep, there you go.
I'm about to come to that. So I was pictured with her. Okay, I was pictured with her at a book launch for 5 minutes. I've talked about it. She admitted that under oath. The only time we'd ever met was for 5 minutes. So I have no connection to that scandal.
She admitted under oath. She also pled the fifth recently and said that she needed to be pardoned in order to say anything. Are we going to really take... Oh, the human trafficker rapist who worked on Pedophile Island, she swore under oath. She swore... So? There's a lot more. Great clip farm. I've never seen Clav even bring out the soundboard. I've never even seen him bring out the soundboard. Wait, there's more.
Having researched you, I was like, this guy's nothing like Andrew Tate or Nick Fuentes or Sneako. He's not to the right like those guys. They don't mind idolizing Hitler. They think it's funny. They joke about the Holocaust and so on.
Okay, so you know the reason why he's separating Clav from us is because Piers, like the other old boomers who are trying to use Clav like adrenochrome, they want him on his side. So you're not like Sneako and Nick Fuentes, innit? You're not one of a Hitler-loving Nazi. You know what's funny too is that Clav, not even saying this to be disrespectful, but like out of everybody that was in the Sprinter van, literally looks like a Nazi the most. Like, right? Like I'm not saying he is, but he literally does look the most like a German Nazi, physically.
Bro, good. God is there for you. If you need a break from streaming, be good to yourself.
Thank you, right? It's like, you're not like those other Nazis, the Haitian, Filipino, Jewish, white guy, the brown clown. You're not a Nazi like Nick Fuentes, who people are saying is Mexican. You're not like the top guys who are half black. You're not like the Sudanese. You're the good. It's like, dude, what? But no, obviously he's not. But it's just, isn't that, even like, look at his suit right now. Couldn't he be Hitler Youth? Like if someone's gonna AI this and put the uniform on, like you can kind of. Anyway, I'm not trying to be weird.
I don't think that you look back on that Hitler thing with any great sense of comfort or pride. I think you probably, if you're honest, wish you'd never done it. You probably do feel sorry about it because I don't think you're one of those guys. And the way you get branded with them in a lot of the media coverage now as a direct result of what happened that night, I suspect is irritating to you because it's not really where you want to sit in the public domain. Would you agree with me?
Like, why do you keep coming back to this, man? It's like, it's so silly to me.
Why are you jester maxing over a song, brother? Why are you spiking your cortisol over a song? It's a song. It's a song.
Listen, I have no problem collabing with controversial figures, because that's just kind of my brand. Is like, the same way that you're uncensored, and the same way that you interview people, the same way I'm gonna, do collaborations. So I really have no problem doing any of the controversial collabs, just as I would with any leftist. Like, it really doesn't make any sense for you to do this whole Jester Max where you're trying to make me this like right-wing guy when I'm telling you straight up.
I'm literally doing.
Well, no.
Hang on. I'm literally doing. Hang on.
Hang on. Me mommy died in a holly. Hang on at the holly. He's looking at his chat right now. His chat's spamming like he's winning. You can see it in his face. You can see. That's what I love about streaming. Like,
I'm literally doing the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually giving you the chance to say you're not one of those right wing.
If you're gonna make me like come on here and denounce like every single political figure, I'm not political. That's all you're getting, Piers. That's all you're getting is I'm not political whatsoever in any way. Okay, so back to looks maxing.
I understand.
Back to looks maxing.
Yikes. Piers Morgan is literally, not figuratively, literally 3 times older than Clavicular. Top Goy, literally twice his age. Mogged by Clav, we're gonna take over, we're aura maxing. It's, Piers Morgan 3 times. And you're getting dog walked. Nope, Piers, back to bone smashing. No more politics. We're going to talk about the vantage points. You're jester maxing. Okay. Your wife, she's tweeting about Mr. Suds. Nothing about the song. Okay. You need to meth max. Your cortisol is spiking. Your priorities are all out of whack. Fuck you.
Piers, like you're not gonna have this gotcha moment.
And he clocked it. That's all they could do. Like, they're not right, so they're just gonna try to use legacy media to get a little clip, to get a gotcha moment. So right here, I think you mentioned me again.
I'm just curious because Ye has now publicly apologized for all his anti-Semitic behavior and
Anyone find it funny that Piers Morgan has been seething and tweeting about me, I would say 2 to 3 times a week for the past month and a half? You know, he was extremely angry and upset last year when I was with Ye in Spain and went on a show. He did a whole 15-minute video on a selfie. The Sneako, Ye and his rapper friend stole me. And now he's blocked me. He ran away from the debate that he asked for. Just like the rest of these people, they always try to challenge me to a confrontation. I say yes, and then they run away. But now he just continues. How many more shows are you going to continue to talk about this? This nigga's obsessed. You're obsessed. Why are you running, Piers? Why are you running? Why are you running?
Language in a full-page advertisement you took out in the newspaper. That came after the thing with the van. You've seen Andrew Tate trying to backtrack from what happened there. Fuentes doubles down because that's what he does about everything. He views it all probably as a bit of a joke and it doesn't matter. Sneako, I don't think it really matters. He's not significant in the...
You see that? You see that? If I'm not significant and I don't matter, then you wouldn't have blocked me. You blocked me because I am significant enough to ratio you under every single tweet. You talk about me in all these shows because my influence is undeniable, and so you're trying to counteract it. This doesn't make sense. If I was insignificant, then you would not have asked to debate me and then ran away like a pussy because you were afraid that I was going to destroy you the way Clav destroyed you in the same exact debate you're having here. It's embarrassing, bro. Why the fuck would you go to that island? I love that song. I'm just singing it allegedly, in my opinion. Why the fuck would you go to that island? And you know why he's extremely upset? Because if I went on this show, I'm giving away all my debate strategies. But yeah, I would have pressed him about lying about the genocide. He denies that Israel committed a genocide and is still committing it right now, that they betrayed the ceasefire. He said Israel has the right to defend itself. He was partnering with Ghislaine Maxwell. He's partnered up with Dershowitz, allegedly, in my opinion. It's clear who is in control of him. This guy is a paid shill. It's so easy to destroy him. He doesn't want that to happen. I'm going to go full political. You got destroyed by a looks maxer. Imagine whoo! Imagine.
The way I think that you are in terms of influence. But I look at you then, you've got a guy behind you literally doing a Nazi salute as Heil Hitler plays in this van.
So ask him about it.
A song that basically...
You see how whenever people try to talk about the song, they don't mention the fact that it's nigga HH, nigga HH. What a swastika, nigga? What a swastika, nigga?
He pays... Well, hang on. A song that pays tribute... Well, you're singing along to the song, and it pays tribute to the most genocidal monster of the last 100 years.
No, the most genocidal monster right now is Netanyahu, and he owns you. Okay, there's starving children. It's documented in 4K. We can prove it. It's happening right now. Netanyahu is doing exactly what Piers Morgan is saying, is clutching his pearls about, for something that happened 100 years ago. 100 years ago. What was Claude born in, 2009? Dude, this is so far away from our life. Why are we supposed to be all butthurt about this when it's happening right now and people like Piers pretend it isn't? People like Piers are getting paid to cover up for it, allegedly, in my opinion. He still denies to this day that it's a genocide. You know that? To this day.
And I'm just curious whether you think it's funny, whether you now regret being put in that position, whether you wish you hadn't been so enthusiastic about singing along to that song, or whether you don't care at all. And I don't have a fixed answer for you. I'm just curious what you genuinely feel.
Well, the thing is, Piers, I'm not political, and I didn't play the song, so that's kind of all there is to it.
Who played the song? I think everybody knows at this point. We're going to get into that later on, but who played the song in the club to get the club in trouble, to get those people fired? Who has connections in the club? Who's networking in the club? Whose life is networking in the club to know people who could go play a song in the club? Right. What's this clip? AI slop? I don't care.
Right, and I find it quite silly to me that you're with the #1 looks maxer, and instead of asking how you could ascend so that, your wife wouldn't tweet out captions like, when my husband's away, Mr. Sud comes out to play, maybe if you asked me how to ascend, then that would stop happening to you. You know what I mean?